Good morning, everyone. My name is Lieutenant Kimisha. I'm from the Beaver County. I'm one of the officers that are around the county, and welcome to craft time. Yay! What a great way to start off our morning. We're just doing a really nice, simple craft for our nice sanctuary in a tent. Sadly, we can't all be together, but I'm sure that the Lord is still with all of us as we camp out at home. So, our craft that we'll be making today is our tissue paper stained glass jars. And hopefully, you ladies were able to purchase your kits so that way you have everything in your kit. In those kits came a little brush, what we call it a sponge brush. Then we have our little container of Mod Podge. You can say that 5 times, Mod Podge, which is basically like almost glue. And then, of course, our jar, and we have some tissue paper, which I have already taken the time to cut up some of my tissue paper. Hopefully, you have done that already. If not, it's okay. You can always just rip it off your tissue paper that you've gotten in your kit. So, without any further ado of saying anything else, we can just get started. So, first off, we're gonna just take our top off of our jar so that way it's easier to hold and get the Mod Podge all over our fingers. Um, but sometimes arts and crafts is it's cool to get messy. We're gonna take our cover off of our container, and the first step, also in your kit, you were got a craft time step by step. So if following this video was just too much, you can just take your time, read it step by step. It's very simple, not hard, but you can also go back to the video and watch it over and over just to see my beautiful face. But our first step is to apply the Mod Podge to your jar in a small section. So we're going to take our sponge brush and just dip just a little bit on there and just apply it to our jar, to a section. Now with this does take some time to dry, so we don't want to do the whole jar. We're just going to take our time and do it step by step. And then after that, we'll take a pieces of tissue paper to the area where we just applied and just cover it. And just simply putting it on that little area that you applied the little Mod Podge to, and covering it with the tissue paper that you have, and get creative with it. This is your jar for you to keep, so do make it however you would like it to look, unless you're thinking about gifting it to gift to someone. But just, enjoy the time. Get that on there. And I like the colors that I have, nice blue and white with butterflies on it. So once you've done that, it should look almost a little something like that. Not too great, but it's okay. And then once you do that, you just continue to do the same thing over and over. Take some of your Mod Podge on your little sponge brush, apply it to the area that you want to cover. All the way down to the area you want to cover. And then continue to apply more tissue paper to it. And you basically just continue to repeat these same steps 2 and 3 over and over until you have covered the full thing. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. My tissue paper on there. Make sure you just pat it down to make sure it sticks the way that you want it to. Taking out those little creases that may be in it. If there is any creases in it, it's okay. Again, this is yours. You're not looking for it to be perfect unless you're a perfectionist. I'm gonna move on to, first let me show you just the one side that I've done. That's nice. Now I'm gonna just turn it over to the other side. And I'm Apply some more of the Mod Podge. Mod Podge. Then put more of my tissue paper on it. If you're really creative, you can definitely get even more colors of tissue paper to make it very, very colorful. But I've only used the ones that I've had in my kit, so it's okay. But I do encourage you ladies to try this craft again sometime at home with your families, and teach them how to do it. It's okay. Make your own. Be creative. Because we're stuck in quarantine doesn't mean we can't be creative. We've seen that a lot too with so many people and the things that they're putting on Facebook that they do with their kids and stuff. And we can do it. We can definitely do it. I just have a little extra that's just hanging down at the bottom, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of the Mod Podge on there and then just push it down so that way it's covered. Now you can do your whole jar. You don't have to just do the outer parts, whatever you want to call this. You don't have to just do that part. You can do the whole thing. Cover the whole thing. Why not even cover the top? It's worth a try. I'm gonna move on to my next section. Now you just take it section by section as much as you can do, and just cover everything. No rush. Just take your time to cover everything. And I really hope that you ladies enjoyed the devotional this morning as well. Very touching, and hope that the Lord has spoken to you, but you'll be able to share the devotional this morning with someone else that may be in need to hear an encouraging word from the Lord. Some of my pieces are a little long, and it's okay. Again, whatever you want to do. This is your jar. No judgment. However it comes out, it comes out. Still use it anyways. Stick it. Also, make sure you don't put too much of the Mod Podge on it, and then it looks all crazy and wet. But once we're done, we'll let it sit, then let it dry. At the fourth step is, once your tissue paper stained glass is covered, allow it to dry and apply a second coat of the Mod Podge over the whole entire surface, and then allow it to dry again. And once it's dry, you'll be able to use it for anything. Use it for anything. You can use this for some prayers. Write down little prayer notes for the Lord and put them in a jar and just leave it there, or to cast out any worries and stress that you may be having with all the stuff that is going on in this world now. Who's not worried? I mean, we shouldn't be, because we have the Lord with us, but it's hard to not worry about things sometimes, right? But you can use your jar for that, or even making it a little night lamp, or a night jar for put in your room. Get some of those little what do you call them? Like talking to myself. One of those little lights, and put them inside and light up your room. Whatever you feel led to do, to use them. I'll probably use mine for like a little prayer jar. Little praise jar of encouragement. Who doesn't need encouragement? Okay. And again, if you have like some of your strips are long or however you rip them, just if you need more of the March parts, just apply it. It's okay. Use as much as you need. Not too much. That's just as much as you need, and it's okay if you get them on your finger. It's washable. And remember that we're gonna apply more to at the end of it anyway. So yeah, almost done. I'm just gonna do this whole thing. My strips are pretty, not too big, but they're a little big, so I can cover over anything that I may or may not like. I put me a nice little blue in here. And blue is my favorite color too. And I love butterflies. I do. Okay. Put a nice little, so put a little bit more over this here. I know it's gonna overlap, but it's okay. I'm fine with that. Put this white one. This is fun. I also want to just take this time to just thank the ladies, that all the officers and employees that are taking their time to put all of this stuff together for us, and I just thank God for you guys, and may He continue to bless you and give you strength, because I'm sure it is very hard to be as an officer. I know it is hard to be in this position now with COVID and having to quarantine and put yourself away from people and wear masks, and not being able to just be there all together and hug each other and smile and just worship together. But we can worship the Lord anywhere that we are, not just at camp or anything, but we can do that anywhere. We can have camp sessions anywhere. So right there, I really just thank you ladies, all you ladies, for just putting in your time and all the effort to make this happen for us. But you ladies that are at home, know that you're not alone. We're all in this together, and we have a God that is very powerful and stronger than COVID-19. But just take care of yourself and be safe, and don't worry, we'll get back to normal on His timing, hopefully soon. I long to hug people. I'm a hugger. If you ever see me and you want to hug, just come get me. Just come. Even if you don't know me as good as other people, it doesn't matter to me. Just come in and get a nice big Kimisha hug. Miss Jackson will tell you. But until then, we will stay far away. So I'm almost done with mine. I have one more piece that I'm going to add, and I think I'm just going to put a blue one at the bottom. Kind of like overlap. Nice little blue piece here. I'm going to put it there. Now, just thinking, if you do cover the bottom part with more tissue paper, like I will do for myself, you might think, oh, I can't put it down to dry. Yes, you can. Just put it down where the lid part would be, and you'll be able to let it sit and dry for some time. And it shouldn't take long. I would say maybe 5-10 minutes. You can allow it to just sit and dry out, and then come back later on. And what I might do for myself is probably put more tissue paper around it to make it a little darker. Um, Once I'm done with the bottom and have covered the whole thing with more Podge. Again, I'm probably saying that wrong, but you guys know what I'm talking about. The glue. So I'm going to do my bottom as well. I'll probably just put the whole bottom just blue. Stick my hand. That's that. So now that we are done, if you're not done, it's okay, take time. You know what you're doing, no rush. The jar should look like this. Just nicely covered all over. And I did my bottom as well. So now what we'll do is just take some of the Mod Podge again, just to make sure that it sticks, that everything stays and it holds in place. We're gonna apply more to it all around your jar. And then we'll let it sit for some time, and then you ladies can come back again, and if you want to be done with it, you can be done with it, but I probably won't. I'll probably do some more, and I'll make sure I take a picture. I'll take a picture just to show you how mine look at the end, and how, you can make yours look however you want it to look. So let's just reapply some of the Mod Podge over the entire surface of it, the entire surface of your jar, just to make sure everything holds, everything sticks, stays in place. And if you do want to go back over and put more of the tissue paper on it to make it a little bit darker and more darker, like I will later on today, you can definitely just do the same steps over again. Put a little bit of the Mod Podge, and then your tissue paper, and you just keep doing it and let it dry. Cover the entire surface once you have covered the whole entire jar with your tissue paper. And then you just let it sit and dry, and then you're done. You're able to use it for whatever your heart desires for it to be. This can also be a nice little gift for someone. Just saying. Or if you don't want to give this one away to someone as a gift, you can always just make them. Might have some extra tissue paper over and some Mod Podge, because you probably don't use all of it, but you can definitely make one for someone. Go to the dollar store, get some mason jars, and make some little jars for people. And maybe that would be something really nice to do for a neighbor, and especially around this time with all of the craziness in this world that's happening. Well, it would be really nice to just make a little jar for your neighbor. Write some little encouraging notes and put it in there, and they have one to read for themselves every day. And then they can pass that along to someone else. We are all in this together. All in this together. Sometimes we have a High School Musical. We're all in this together. Who we are when we're stars and we see that. stop now. And voila. I'm just gonna add one last tissue paper at the bottom of my jar to cover one little section that I missed. And then I'll reapply that with some more of the little Mod Podge. And I will be done. Until later. I'm gonna add some more to make it a little bit darker. Tell you, arts and crafts is life, along with other stuff. And just like that, ladies, we are done. We are done. Look at that. Beautifully done. So now I'm just going to let my jar sit here and just let it dry. And I'll come back to it later on today and continue to add some more to it. Just to show you ladies how my jar came out. But I pray that you ladies will continue to just have a blessed day, stay safe, and enjoy the rest of your time and stay sanctuary in a tent, and be blessed by everything else that the Lord will have in store for you ladies this weekend. God bless you.